Yeah.
I think I just started.
Really? Wait, so go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. See if is it
We're
streaming?
live. We're live.
Okay, call him up and tell him we got it going. It's live. It's live.
Welcome
live.
to Pleasant
Finally.
Grove High School versus Bingham football. We just got live. Bingham is up 21-0 on Pleasant Grove. Hopefully, now that we have some watchers or some listeners, Pleasant Grove can make this a game. Down a spear or two on the return, down to the 22-yard line, I believe.
Finally got that live. Been waiting the whole first quarter to get that going. Finally got it going. Thankful for that. Finally doing that.
1st and 10. Ball will be placed on the 20-yard line. Good.
I've done my work for the day, boys. I'm good.
Correction, ball will be placed on the 17-yard line, and Pleasant Grove will come out. 1st and 10, Jake under center. Snap, pitch, number 28, Kainoa Maldonado. That'll go for a gain of none. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
And a good job there getting out to the right side, trying not to lose yardage on that play, but couldn't get through the hole. And like you said earlier, defense. That defense is crazy good.
Second and 10, ball on the 17-yard line, 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Heavy right, correction, heavy left. Jake rolls out, screen, number 28, Kainoa Maldonado. And he is up for a gain of 5 on the play, I believe. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Pulled his hamstring in the first game, or in practice.
And a good job there by Kainoa Maldonado getting out to the left side. And those Bingham players were waiting for him on that side as well. But a good job there, not losing any yardage, gaining 5 yards on that play.
3rd and 5, 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Ball, 1 minute and 2 seconds left, in the quarter. Ball on the 22-yard line. Jake, alone in the shotgun. Throws it to number 13, Daniel Nelson, and that'll be Pleasant Grove's first down of the game. And maybe after that they can get the ball moving a little bit more.
Hey, looks like a little bit of motivation.
I have confidence pumping through my veins right now, even though we're down 21-0 to one of the best teams in the country, in my opinion.
Yes, actually ranked 6th in the nation right now.
Wow. So, yeah, that's crazy. So, I mean, I have confidence. I don't know how long it's going to last, but
we'll see. That's all I have to say. We'll see. Hopefully, Pleasant Grove can get something going on offense.
34 seconds left. Jake in the shotgun. Snap. Hands off to number 27, Ty Callaway, and he is tackled. Loss of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd and 13.
Good job by the minor defense getting in the backfield and tripping up Ty Callaway back there. Ty Callaway is a great runner, a good running back. He's been doing great work all season. Hopefully, that doesn't happen all night so he can get a couple of big breaks and a few touchdowns while he's at it.
2nd and 12, and the clock will run out to bring up the second quarter. And with the whistle, that ends the first quarter. Pleasant Grove 0, Bingham 21. What did you see that was there anything you saw in the first quarter that you liked?
That last drive, that last first down, a good job by Jake Jensen, finding the open man, the man that's going to catch the ball. He also, number 13, is Daniel Nelson, yes, he dropped the ball earlier in the game before we were actually broadcasting, but at the same time, he dropped the ball. But good job there catching the ball, making sure it's in hand, not dropping it, taking it down, and getting that first down. Hopefully that can keep going throughout the game. What I did see that I did not like was a lot of the offensive line. Jake was not throwing a lot of balls that could have gone to the outside and could have been better. Just the offensive line has not been doing good so far.
And to go along with that last play, the offensive line So the offensive line did a really good job just on that last play. Jake had about 4 seconds to throw the ball, and he was able to stay in the pocket and throw it. And there was a lot I did not like in that first quarter, but you know, we did have a few bright spots, and we'll see if we can keep it up. 2nd and 12 coming up, 12 minutes to go. Jake sends Ty out in motion, alone in the shotgun. Throws it, and it is almost intercepted, but dropped. Good job on the pass breakup by number 38. Cole Moody on Bingham. 3rd and 12 coming up.
And a good job by Jake Jensen. You know, even though that pass was broken up by number 38, a good job trying to get that ball through to the open man. And you know, if he sees something that he likes, he's going to try to get that.
I like that play call. You know, they just send him right up the middle, and Jake underthrew the ball, and Ty couldn't quite get back to it, or Kainoa couldn't quite get back to it, but made a good effort. Jake rolling out to his right, throws it, overthrew number 9, Easton Casper, and that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 12, and the Vikings will be yet again forced to punt. And
over here, the Bingham student section is, you know, the PG student section, asking them why we're so quiet. You know, when you're down 21-0, it's hard to have confidence. But, you know, hopefully they'll get some motivation, get some big plays, and start playing like they have been in practice.
Yeah, we need something like a muffed punt or something to bring up, I don't know, just give the Vikings some confidence. Kick is away, another short, high kick. Fair catch called at the 42-yard line by number 5. Dax Milne. Not sure if I'm saying his name right, but doing the best I can. It's a weird last name. 1st and 10 coming up, ball on the 48-yard line. 42-yard line, correction. 11 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Pleasant Grove, after getting that first down at the end of the first quarter, came out beginning of the second and did nothing. Bingham has a lot of cheerleaders.
Yes, and noticing that, they also have some
male cheerleaders.
That's pretty interesting. Never seen that for a high school, but it's cool. I like it.
The one thing I will say about male cheerleaders is the clothes look super comfortable. They just wear sweats and a t-shirt. But it's not my stuff, but good for them. Number 3 in at quarterback now, Peyton Jones. I formation, hands it off to number, didn't quite get his number, but I believe it was number 32, Amani Kaili.
And number 32 is a fierce competitor. You know, watching that pregame haka, he was in the front line, and he seemed pretty mad. He seemed pretty angry, pretty ready to go into battle like the haka says.
He's a big kid, 5'11", correction, yeah, 5'11", 210 pounds, and that's someone you just don't want to mess with.
Yes.
Meeting him at the line of scrimmage does not sound fun. Jones pitches it to number 1, Braden Whistler, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by the Vikings, bringing up a 3rd and 11.
And a good job there by number 33, Brock Tomlinson, getting into that backfield and tackling Braden Whistler, who's been running over the Pleasant Grove defense all night.
3rd and 11. Ball on the 40-yard line. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the half. Jones under center. Looking to throw. Throws it to number 7. Braden Cosper, and that's going to be a 1st down.
And, you know, looking at the scenery here around Bingham High School, there's some nice mountains, some nice clouds that are covering the mountains. Very beautiful night, very great night for football.
Kind of chilly. My feet are getting a little bit cold, but other than that, it's pretty good. That'll bring up a Bingham 1st down, ball on the 50-yard line, a gain of 11. And Pleasant Grove looking to get a stop. 10 minutes and 8 seconds left. Jones still in at quarterback in the center. I formation. 2 out to his right. Pitches it to number 32, Kaili, and he's met at the line. Stays up. Takes it back down to the 45-yard line, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
It's been a tough night. You know, even with this first half so far, the first quarter was difficult. The second quarter better not be as difficult because it'll be a hard thing to come back from 42-0.
Yeah. Johnny Fanica now playing both sides of the ball in at defensive end and at tight end.
And I believe that's due to injuries. There's been a lot of injuries recently for PG. Watching Riley Bayless go down last week with a groin injury, and a bunch of other players go down with other injuries as well.
Number 32, Amani Kaili on the run, just trucked one of Pleasant Grove's players. I believe it was number 21, Cooper Caldwell, and it's going to bring up another first down. Ball moved down to the 37-yard line. Ryan Wood back in at quarterback. 2 out to his right. Correction, 2 out to his left. Rolling to his left. Throws it to number 1, Braden Whistler, and he is met, stays up.
Wow.
Gain of, almost 15.
Getting another 5 yards after being hit there, breaking a couple tackles and getting that extra yardage. Good job there by Caden Whistler.
Yards after contact have been a big factor already tonight. Bingham has just been able to stay up after Pleasant Grove players hitting him, and this has been tough. Braden Whistler coming off, Amani Kaili coming back in.
And like you said earlier before we were able to broadcast, but this offense is good. They're a good offensive team. You know, state champions last year, and they're looking like they can defend their title this year.
Peyton Jones back in at quarterback, under center, hands it off to Kaili, up the middle, met at the line, gains a few more. Looks like a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. Bring up 2nd down. 8 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half.
And you know, Bingham number 6 in the country for football, and you know, not many schools have that pleasure of being at least in the top 20. So to be in the top 10 is a very big deal.
So along with schools like Bishop Gorman and some other schools, I'm not sure the other ones, but
you know, living in Vegas,
big schools.
Bishop Gorman was hard to watch. It was hard to watch a game with them because they're hard. They lost their first game in like 6 seasons.
Holy
55.
cow.
They won 55 games in a row.
That is crazy.
And they lost their first game of the season this year.
Wow.
It was a joyful moment for a proud Las Vegan.
Bingham's uniforms are like identical to Alabama's. You look at it, Alabama, I mean, Alabama's a little bit different. They say Crimson Tide, I think, but like, you look at Bingham's jerseys. On the right side, they have the number.
On the left side, they have the B for Bingham.
And it's just, no last names. Bingham, Alabama does have last names.
Yes.
But just the whole setup of the uniform, the one stripe down the middle looks a lot like Alabama.
The very sleek looking, you know, it's very clean, and you know, they do resemble Alabama, winning 10 times state champion.
That is crazy.
It's a stellar thing to have. You know, Pleasant Grove's won 3, but haven't won any in the last 20 years.
I don't think they've won since 95, 90. It was 90, somewhere between 95 and 97.
It's been about 30 years since they won their last state championship.
20
years. Yes, I am very bad at math.
Peyton Jones still in at quarterback in the shotgun. Under center, correction. Number 5, Dax Milne in motion. Hands off to number 32, Amani Kaili. Gains the first down and a little bit more. Ball will be placed on the 9-yard line. And this has been a slower drive, which is improvement, Pleasant Grove. But still, Bingham is just walking all over them right now.
That's true. It's difficult to watch this game, you know, as a student, as a fan of Pleasant Grove, but you know, hopefully they can get some motivation here. 7 minutes till halftime. they're going to get yelled at a lot during halftime, and you can already tell by the score.
Ryan Wood in at quarterback, under center. Hand off to number 43, Lolani Langi.
And how would that be to have a huge shadow over you with Harvey Langi as your brother? How crazy would that shadow be?
BYU superstar last year, and now he is on the Patriots official 53-man roster. So,
and another two players specifically that were not drafted but are on 53-man rosters: Kai Nakua on the Cleveland Browns and Taysom Hill on the New Orleans Saints.
It's great for BYU. You know, Utah fans always talk about how our players don't get drafted, but we still have tons of guys in the NFL.
It's true.
Pitch number 1, and he is rocked. Braden Whistler on the pitch. Loss of 5 on the play, 6.
And going along with that, Kyle Van Noy getting his first Super Bowl ring, and Dennis Pitta getting that 5 years earlier.
BYU has a similar test in front of them tomorrow as to what Pleasant Grove is going through right now. BYU playing number 10, Wisconsin, tomorrow at Provo, but still, it's a tough game, you know. Wisconsin's good, and BYU's not. So
yes, and along with Tanner Bingham having that high ankle sprain, he'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks, which means Bo Hodge is getting the start, his first start of the season, his first start ever in the NCAA. But, you know, we'll see what he can do. Very good football player coming out of Kentucky. Very good, you know, his dad being Merrill Hodge, the famous broadcaster.
Also played at BYU and in the NFL.
Yes.
So his dad is a great player. Peyton Jones in the shotgun. Pistol formation. Rolling out to his right. Throws it to number 5, Dax Milne, and it's incomplete through his hands.
And good coverage there by number 7, Jason McHugh. And, you know, our corners have been struggling the last few games. I think they worked him a little bit in practice. I talked to a couple of other players. They said that they had done about 6 miles in sprints over the last 2 weeks.
Third and 20. Ball on the 20-yard line. Technically 3rd and goal. Peyton Jones dropping back. Pressure coming. Gets away from it. And number 7, Braden Cosper with the touchdown. It is now 27-0 Bingham.
And good coverage there, even though he got the touchdown. Good job there by Carson Kirby on the coverage. You know, it's hard. It's hard. This Bingham team is very athletic. A lot of, you know, players from a lot of different areas come just to play football at Bingham High School. But, you know, difficult, very athletic team.
After the extra point, which is good, Bingham now leads 28-0. 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the half. Bingham is getting set to kick off, and Pleasant Grove, it's been a tough game so far. 28-0, we've held them to 1 touchdown this quarter instead of 3 from last quarter.
Yes.
And
sure.
That was a long drive for Bingham. Tiring out our defense.
Yes, and, you know, Pleasant Grove's just taking that little bit, those little bit of injuries, Easton Fowler being a big one. It's difficult. It's difficult for them to come back with all those injuries.
PG needs to take a page out of the Dill Pickles book, my flag football team. We scored 50 points last night in
the Dill Pickles.
Yeah, it's Dill Pickles.
Awesome
we have dark green jerseys, and our team is the Dill Pickles. So
that's awesome.
Won 50-36 against a good team, bunch of kids from Timpanogos, and I don't know. I think they should.
Flag football?
Yeah, I think they should take a page out of our book. You know, only have 6 players on the field because that's all we got.
I thought flag football was you know, spring season.
No, flag football is in the fall. Kick is out of bounds. That'll be moved up to the 35-yard line. Number 99, Colin Smith on the kick. Went out of bounds at the 15, but ball will be moved up to the 35.
All right. 6 minutes till halftime. Hopefully PG can get a long drive here, get a touchdown before they go in, or at least get some points on the board, a field goal, whatever they can get.
Get the ball back at halftime.
Yes, get the ball back at halftime and start the second half with some momentum. And, you know, as difficult as this game has been so far, we're not out of it yet. Like Herm Edwards always said, you play to win the game. So we've got a half or 6 minutes left in this half and next half to come back and play like they know they can.
Jake in the shotgun, sends Ty out wide. Snap. And Jake is hit hard from his blind side by number 54, David Latu.
And a good job there by David Latu getting out to that right side, getting around our blocker, and, you know, getting that sack. Another a similar sack like that last week against when BYU played Utah. Thought it was going to be a fumble, but it was actually indeed a forward pass. And
were you at that game?
I was at that game.
Yeah, I was there too, and it was a tough game to watch. It was boring.
It was difficult. It was a boring game for like the first half.
Jake in at shotgun. Tie to his right. Snap. Going deep. Throws it. Ball is tipped at the line, but is complete to number 13, Dan Nielsen. That'll be another first down for the Vikings. Dan Nielsen is responsible for PG's only 2 first downs. So maybe we should target him some more. And I want to see PG just throw it deep, you know. One play, just sling it out, see if they can get it. So I don't know if that'll
take a page out of the Tanner Bingham book.
Yeah. First and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Jackson Hill sent in motion into the slot. Fake handoff to Ty Callaway. Pressure coming by David Latu. Dumps it off to number 1, intercepted by number 45 of Bingham, Junior Tafuna.
And Junior there looking straight into Jake Jensen's eyes and saying, nope, that one's mine.
Not a great call, not a great pass by Jake. He is a good idea, but kind of short on that, and went right into the arms of David Tafuna, Junior Tafuna.
Jake, you know, looking for that pass. You would hope that he would throw it farther to the outside so that, believe it was number 1, Jackson Hill. That was the intended receiver on that play. Hopefully, you know, he can. Hopefully, he can not do that the rest of the game. Because let's think. Riverton had a few picks last week. That's right. So, yep. You know, hopefully he'll have a better game than he did last week.
And after a fake pitch, number 33 of Pleasant Grove, Brock Tomlinson on the sack. It'll move Bingham back 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 16. It's a great job at Pleasant Grove to just get in there really quick and, you know, break down that play, break down the pocket, and bring up a 2nd and long. 2nd and 16, ball on the 47-yard line. Hand off to number 1, Braden Whistler, and he's out into the open field. Gains the first down, all of those 16 yards back, and 2 more on 1 run.
And he's been running over all night. That's Braden Whistler, if I'm
you are correct.
I do think. He's been running over the Pleasant Grove defense all night long. Johnny Fanika playing both ends, defensive end and tight end.
I didn't see him on the offense on that last drive, but he has been playing a little bit of tight end, and he's also starting at defensive end.
That's a bit interesting.
It's going to be tiring. That's got to be tiring.
Yeah, playing both ways, but, you know, with all the injuries that Pleasant Grove has, it's a smart way to go.
Ryan Wood passes to number 11, bubble screen. Number 11, Sam Henderson on the reception. Gain of 5 or 6. Bring up a 3rd and 4. Sorry about that. Ball on the 34-yard line. Correction, ball on the 28-yard line. Ryan Wood, under center. Another bubble screen, number 14, Israel Morales Quinaldo. After a gain of 3 and almost 4, bring up a 3rd and inches. And I'm expecting Bingham to just hand the ball off to number 32, Amani Kaili. Just pound it in there. He's a hard runner. He's a fullback that runs like a halfback.
Yes.
And I'm expecting them to just hand the ball off to him. Maybe Pleasant Grove sends a few extra men. Looks like they're going to have the middle linebacker up the middle.
Yep, and just like you said, number 32 right up the middle, going out to the right side. And if that was Madden, that would have been called a power O.
Amani Kaili, gain of 5 on the play, and ball moved down to the 18-yard line.
That is how we talk about everything, though, right? Madden terms? Is that correct?
Pleasant Grove needs to run shakes.
Yes.
Ball on the 21-yard line, 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the half. I formation, Ryan Wood lining up under center again. Kaili and Whistler. Kaili in at fullback. And Jones passes to number 7, Braden Cosper for another touchdown. Bingham now leads 34-0.
And a tough drive there for Pleasant Grove's defense.
It's a short field for them to defend after that interception, and brought him up to a 3rd down and then just handed it off to Kaili. I was never really expecting Pleasant Grove to win this game. I'm not saying they're out of it yet.
Yes.
I mean, anything can happen, but it's got to be a big, big second half.
I'm expecting this game to be a lot like BYU tomorrow, and that's sad to say, but with all the injuries that we have and a lot of the players that are not playing, it's going to be a little bit disappointing.
Bo Hodge is a runner, though, so maybe he can break off for some big runs.
You know, hopefully they'll, instead of running the spread and the pro-style offense, they'll run a read option, which would be interesting because that would be what they ran with Taysom Hill last year. But, you know, you never know. Ty Detmer is a guy straight to the book, so hopefully, you know, something good can happen tomorrow for BYU, and hopefully something good can happen for Pleasant Grove here in the second half.
Porter Connors and Ty Colway back to receive. Correction, Quinn Briggs.
I wonder why Dallin Espiritu's not out there.
Not sure. Number 99, Colin Smith, in to kick. Gave Pleasant Grove some pretty good field position last time with the kick out of bounds, but we squandered that field position and turned the ball over. So see if we can have a different outcome right here. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. Kick is away. Good kick. Quinn Briggs fields it at the 6-yard line. And he takes it up, hit hard, and he stays up down to the 19-yard line, almost the 20. See where they place the ball.
And I'm very impressed here by this Bingham student section and the Bingham marching band as well, getting into the game. And it looks like the fans are having a lot of fun on both sides. Maybe not so much, but at least for Bingham, we know they're having fun. And Pleasant Grove does have a good show up for students right now, and it's pretty interesting.
Pleasant Grove's offense running back out onto the field. Ball on the 20-yard line. 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Jake in the shotgun, low snap, fake handoff to Ty. And a pass meant for number 80. Correction, that is the Zach Andrew. And it's incomplete. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go.
Like I said earlier, beautiful night for football. A beautiful view here from the broadcast booth, seeing the Timpanogos Temple over in the far yonder right section, and the, I believe, Bountiful Temple across the field. And just a beautiful night. A little bit chilly in the low 60s, but, you know, it's better than it has been recently.
Looks like that. Some flag called. Ball never was snapped. We'll see what happened. Refs are talking.
And I believe that is a false start. I could be wrong, but I believe that is a false start.
Waiting on the signal of the ref. Refs still talking amongst themselves. Pleasant Grove moved back. that is going to be a false start on the defense. So that'll move up 5 yards, bring up a 2nd and 5.
And a good job there by for the snap count. Catching the Bingham defense off guard.
Jake in the shotgun. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Jackson Hill in motion. Snap. Throws it deep. Number 80, Zach Andrew. And the ball is tipped up by number 6 on Bingham. Tanner Merrill, good defense. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go.
And a good pass by Jake Jensen there, even though it did not get into the receiver's hands. Still a nice long ball. Good coverage by number 6 for Bingham. And hopefully that doesn't happen all night.
It was a good pass, but it was better defense. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Jake in the shotgun. Kainoa to his left, to his right. 3 receivers out wide to his right, 1 to his left. High snap. And it is incomplete, but that looks like it's going to be pass interference and maybe even roughing the passer. So that could be 2 penalties, but that was pass interference, and that will give Pleasant Grove another 1st down.
We'll see what the ref calls. Like you said, it looked like it would be pass interference and maybe roughing the passer as well.
There was 1 flag pulled right where the receivers were and 1 in the backfield by the back judge. So we'll see. I mean, looked like a little bit of a late hit, but I'm expecting pass interference on the defense. Bingham looks like they're moving back a little bit, so don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
I believe they know. Let's see what the ref calls.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 23, Marquise Hamilton.
That penalty is declined.
That penalty is declined. Roughing the passer on the defense. That penalty will be accepted.
And that'll be 1st down for the Vikings.
Automatic 1st down, ball moved to the 40-yard line. Let's see if Pleasant Grove can capitalize off of that penalty. We were just talking when it was 21-0, about getting a good drive to end out the half, you know, and then Bingham goes ahead and scores 2 more touchdowns, and now it's 35-0. And that was only in 4 minutes, so Jake in the shotgun, drops back, throws it deep, intercepted again by number 50.
30.
But correction, number 30, Kobe Matagi, and that is Jake's 2nd interception of the night.
And that's disappointing to see. You know, looked like it would be a good drive, getting that penalty for roughing the passer, but you know, just had to throw an interception.
Ball moved to the 38-yard line. 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go, and it looks like it might be 42-0 by the end of the half, which is...
That'll be disappointing. Like I said earlier, what if it was 42-0 at the end of the half? And I don't know. It might be hard to come back from that. Could be one of the biggest comebacks of Pleasant Grove history.
If not the biggest. I don't know. I don't have the record books with me, but a 42-0 deficit comeback, that would be pretty big. That has to be one of the biggest ever. I've never heard of a team coming back from down 42 points.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. It'd be pretty interesting if they could do it. Quarterback keep.
Peyton Jones, gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock is running. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go.
Quarterback keep there, getting 3 yards, getting into the middle of the offensive line and the defensive line as well.
Pleasant Grove against the number 6 team in the country, Bingham. You know, that's rough. The whole reconstruction of the regions this year, and they put Bingham back into our region. They hadn't been in a region for a few years, and now you got to play them, and they're insane this year. So
yes.
Fumble on the play.
Looks like
the ball is still loose. Pleasant Grove landed on it. I don't know if they're gonna call it dead from. Peyton Jones landed on it, but I'm not sure if he.
It looks like it is a dead ball. Trying to see what the refs are calling here. 3rd down.
Signaling 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
And this student section gets hyped up.
Yeah.
You know, just above, for Matt and I, it's just above the student section, and it looks like they're having a good time with this 35-point lead. Pleasant Grove not scoring at all so far in this first half.
Peyton Jones under center. Single back. 3 out to his right. Drops back. Looking. Pressure coming. Almost sacked. Stays up. Stays up still. Flag on the play.
Finally taken down. I believe that was Johnny Fanaika on the tackle.
Number 88, Johnny Fanaika, with the sack after a long play. We'll see what
Actually,
the call is.
correction, it was number 64.
Tyler Trotter.
Yes, Tyler Trotter. They're under the quarterback after that play.
Holding offense. Pleasant Grove will decline that penalty, and that'll bring up 4th and 11, ball on the 33-yard line. And not sure if Bingham's gonna kick a field goal or punt. 43-yard field goal. It's pretty far, and the offense is staying in. Number 3, Peyton Jones, in. Dual running back formation. 2 out to his right. And that ball is complete. Down. That will not result in a first down. Pleasant Grove, that's a turnover on downs, and Pleasant Grove will get the ball.
But a good catch by Braden Cosper. You know, having to get up on that play as he was being attacked by Jason McHugh there. But
I don't really
believe it's first down.
I don't really appreciate, like, I don't know. That's kind of a, in my opinion, I just don't really agree with the call by the coach there to go for it. You know, Bingham's already up 35-0, and it's only the second quarter.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like they're showboating
trying to run up the score a little bit. I mean,
they have taken up their backup quarterback, I believe.
Well,
if I could be wrong, but I believe
throughout the second quarter they've sent them in and out. Sent the quarterback, sent the different quarterbacks in and out. So
yes,
we're not sure if they just have the backup in now for the rest of the game, but he's still a good quarterback as a junior.
Yeah.
Looks like Bingham's offense is still on the field. Pleasant Grove's offense is also on the field. Bingham was not awarded a first down. I'm not sure what's going on here. Some confusion between the refs, talking amongst themselves. Both offenses were out on the field. I'm not sure what the confusion is because he was a good yard short of that first down. So,
and I believe it is the Vikings ball, but looks like a bit of confusion there.
.35-0. Bingham is up. 1 minute and 14 seconds to go in the half. And Bingham has just been putting the hurt on Pleasant Grove tonight, haven't they?
Yeah. Their defense twice as strong as their offense, like you said earlier, but
their offense is pretty good.
It's stellar. They've got a stellar football team here at Bingham High School.
Bingham's offense is staying on the field. Pleasant Grove's offense is also on the field. I'm really not sure what the confusion is here. PG's offense still on the field. And Bingham's offense is also still on the field.
This is very confusing. I don't know why it's so confusing. This is a football game. You know, there's an offense and defense, not two offenses, but I guess they're trying to create a new style of football here at Bingham High School.
Offense on offense, 2 balls, no one defending.
That would be an interesting style of football.
I feel like it would
be confusing, but it would be fun to watch.
If there was no defense, it would just be a never-ending game.
Or it could just be rugby. Matt and I creating some interesting football games here.
New style of football.
And ref's still talking it over, trying to figure out whose ball it is. We believe that it's Pleasant Grove's ball, as it looked like the ball was about a good yard short, but I guess we'll see.
As you could see on your screen just a minute ago, the referees are having some heated talk, as you can see. They're really, I don't know what they're confused about, because both referees were lined up at the same spot, and it was a yard short of the first down. So, I don't know. I feel like in this situation, it's not that hard to make the right call. I'm a little bit frustrated right now. You know, Pleasant Grove's kind of getting pounded, and Bingham trying to run up the score on them a little bit, and the referees now, clock's been stopped for, I think, 5 minutes, and they're still talking it over. And I honestly, I don't know what they could be talking about this whole time.
I guess it's just the yard short. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I've never seen this.
Well, I know. What conversation do you think they're having? Like, what's the reasoning to why one ref thinks it's a first down and why one doesn't?
I think
both line judges walked out on the same shard line,
I have no
short
idea.
of the first down.
Honestly, I have never seen this in a football game where the refs have been so confused on who's actually on offense. Maybe some. I don't know. That's a great question, Matt. I have no idea.
Both offenses still on the field right now. We need to come up. We need to come up with a name for this.
Offensive football. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's just so confusing. I don't know why they could be talking about this for so long. It looks like the line judges and the rest of the referees are going back to where
talking now. Referees talking to both sides of the field, waiting for the reactions of the coaches to see. And PG's offense is going off the field.
That's questionable. I'm very confused. I'm about as confused as you are, Matt, because I believe that was a fourth down, and I believe they did not get that.
There are now defensive and offensive players on the field for PG.
Jake Jensen's still on the field, but it looks like the referees
defense is coming back out, and that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I am sorry. I gotta, you know, when both line judges come out on the same side of the same point on the field and say he was short, and they award Pleasant Grove the ball.
I wonder what the Pleasant Grove offense could be thinking.
I don't know what the problem is right there, because we saw it looked like he landed short of the first down.
But
sticks are on the other side of the field, so we couldn't see.
It could be different from our view. We don't really know, but
just frustrating how the referees had agreed on that, and then they changed their minds. Number 3, Peyton Jones, on the quarterback keeper. Run up the middle for a gain of 8. Clock continuing to run, and I think they'll just hand the ball off here. Hopefully, I think the good thing to do would be, and they're running it up the middle again. And he looks like he got the first down. And clock will stop until they get the chain set. They'll bring up first and 11.
Oh man,
first and 10 on the 11-yard line.
I'm still confused on that call.
I don't know. I honestly, I am at a loss for words with that. The referees had agreed on.
I have watched many football games in the 16 years that I've been living, and I've never ever seen that in a football game where they do not know who's on defense, who's on offense.
I formation. Jones pitches to Braden Cosper, has the edge, and he's brought down after a gain of 7 by number 3.
No. It's at the 3-yard line.
Onto the 3-yard line. And the clock will run out. That'll end the first half. And after 2 quarters of play, timeout called.
I believe there's about 1.
Timeout called by
7 seconds left?
Bingham. 1.7. Bingham calls a timeout. This makes me kind of mad, you know. They're just trying to run out the score on us, and that, in my opinion, is something you shouldn't really do when you're already up 35-0. But guess they want to leave the fans going home extra happy tonight.
Hey, it is their homecoming game, and they are the 6th team in the nation, so it makes a lot of sense. I don't know.
I'm going to give a
I'm
really...
at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words.
I'm going to give a really, really bold prediction right here.
Okay.
Pleasant Grove gets a pick 6
Okay.
to end the half.
That would be interesting.
The score at the end of the half, 35-7, and then we come back to win 42-35. Don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't think that's
They're
possible.
going to kick the field goal.
I don't think it's possible.
Number 95, Brandon Lopez, and the kick is
good.
up, and it is good. So after 2 quarters of play, Bingham leads 38-0.
Yes.
First time Pleasant Grove has held them from scoring, except that one drive where they forced them to punt. Correction, held them from a touchdown, except the one drive where they forced them to punt.
Yes. Man.
Any positives from that half?
No.
I can't find any anymore.
No. Jake Jensen throwing 2 picks. The offensive line crashing down. It's
the one bright spot.
It's trouble.
The one bright spot in our offense, I think, was Dan Nielsen. He had 2 catches, which resulted in first downs. But other than that,
I'm still confused on that call, dude.
I'm frustrated about that.
Because we both saw that. I mean, maybe from our vantage point we can't see it correctly, but from our vantage point, we can still see the field very, very well. So considering that what we saw was he was a yard before the first down, and then was somehow Pleasant Grove's offense and Bingham's offense came on at the same time, and neither of them were able to figure out which one was on offense, so the referees figured it out for himself. And I still believe that that's the wrong call.
I'm a little bit frustrated about that. But
I am too.
That point in time has passed, and now it is halftime.
It is halftime. So we will be back soon.
We'll be back in 19 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yes,
to
exactly.
Bring you guys the second half. That sucks. This is the worst game ever. on here.
Do you want me to call Cade?
I don't want to press anything.
I think I'll call Cade and.
Okay. I feel like it's audio setup, but I'm not sure. No, that's not it. And that is not doing anything. Welcome back. Oh, I figured it out.
Oh, you figured it
Yeah,
out. Okay,
yeah.
No, never mind. Bye.
Welcome back to Pleasant Grove at Bingham. At the beginning of the second half, Bingham is up 38-0 on Pleasant Grove. They have kind of put the hurt on us tonight. I'm here with my friend Paige, subbing in for Cade for the second half. How you doing, Paige?
I'm doing good. It's my first time here, and I'm quite nervous.
I just started out doing PGSN this year, so we're basically in the same boat.
Oh yeah, let's go.
So, were you paying attention for the first half of the game?
Yeah, I was. I was on the camera, and it was tough. The offensive line was not holding their positions, and some of the players, Bingham was getting right over them and just getting right to Jake and just sacking Jake, or Jake was about to throw it, and I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do the second half.
Yeah, it was a tough first half. Like you said, the offensive line wasn't doing very well. Defense did about as well as I expected them to do. Actually, I didn't expect Bingham to score 38 points on us, but a lot of that was on the offense. Jake threw 2 interceptions, and they were both pretty bad decisions by him. And the defense held Bingham one drive where they didn't score, and then one where they only got a field goal, but then the rest of the drives they scored. So some of that is on the offense, but I mean, the defense was definitely better than the offense in the first half.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Bingham's defense is also crazy.
Yep.
Watching them, number 43, I believe, 43, Lolani Longi, just breaking past that offensive line, collapsing the pocket. He did a really good job, and the rest of the defense also did a really good job. So hopefully PG can find some miracle in their pockets and maybe pull off the upset of the century, but I'm not expecting it, especially against this Bingham team, who is the number 6 team in the country, which having that in your region is a little bit pretty scary.
That's very tough. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. And we just got a new region this year. We have Bingham, American Fork, Westlake, Lone Peak, and us, I believe. I think that's all.
Us, Bingham, American Fork, Westlake, Lone Peak. Yeah, that's it.
And we have a tough region. We really do. But let's hope this second half that PG finds some fire and get out of their heads that this is Bingham. Like, yeah, they're great, but they need to get it out of their heads and work some magic.
I like the sound of that. hopefully we can work some of that magic. Right now it is 8:38 p.m. 55 degrees, kind of chilly.
Oh, it is
I
cold.
I had to go back to my car during halftime and get my jacket.
Yeah,
so
I had like everything prepared. Like, I am so used to coming to football games. I go to like the BYU games and everything, and I'm always like bundled up. I'm like ready to go. I had my softball coat on earlier, but it's not so bad over here, but it's still pretty chilly.
I was just in a t-shirt, and so I was pretty cold. You know, I was kind of folding my arms the whole time, trying to just keep myself as warm as I could, but this jacket is helping a lot, so.
Oh, I'm so glad.
It's good.
All right, so we're coming up on the second half. Bingham 38-0.
And Pleasant Grove will receive the kickoff. Bingham got the ball at the beginning of the first half, so Pleasant Grove will get it in the second half. And maybe, you know, some big runs by Ty, maybe a big pass or two by Jake, and a touchdown. Crossing our fingers.
We are crossing our fingers and our toes. We got to try everything to get back into this game. All right, so you have number 99, Colin Smith for the kickoff.
Ty Callaway and Quinn Briggs back to receive. Ball fielded at the 6-yard line, and the ball is brought out to about the 22-yard line, and it's been about where Pleasant Grove has started every one of their drives. So
yeah, they haven't been able to drive the ball very far after a kickoff. So let's hope the offense can. Or what I was saying is, let's hope that the offense found something during halftime, and let's just get people open and have the offensive line hold their people, because they need to protect Jake.
Hopefully Coach Wooten lit a fire underneath them. Jake alone in the backfield, five wideouts. Ball is snapped. Jake looking, throws it deep to number 1, Jackson Hill, tipped at the line of scrimmage by one of the defensive linemen, and that'll be incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10. 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the second half, third quarter. Sorry about that. Ball on the 22-yard line, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. I already said that, but Jake, under center, I formation, 2 wideouts.
We need to find something.
Snap, handoff, fake handoff, play action. Jake throws it to number 80, Zach Andrew, up to the 51-yard line, and Pleasant Grove, for the first time, has passed the 50-yard line. Worse score, but a better offensive performance, in my opinion.
Yes, very much.
BYU at LSU.
Oh, don't even get me started about that game.
After a gain of 29 yards, PG will start at the 50-yard line. So a gain of 28 yards, but a big pass from Jake Jensen to Zach Andrew, the tight end. Jake in the shotgun. Callaway to his left. Receiver in the slot, 2 out wide. Snap, low snap. Jake throws it to number 2, incomplete. Looking for number 27, 27, Ty Callaway. And 2nd and 10 coming up. Bingham's offense is crazy. I mean, their defense.
Oh, they're so tough. Their quarterback is
they
phenomenal.
They have 2 quarterbacks. Number 2, Ryan Wood, and number 3, Peyton Jones.
Yeah, they are very solid.
Good quarterbacks, yeah.
Yeah, very much. They strong throws, and their receivers they're quick, and they get the ball right in, and they do their job.
After a gain of 1, it was 3rd and 9. Jake Jensen passed to number 80, Zach Andrew. Pushed back, but due to forward progress. Correction, gain of 2, 3rd and 8. PG was able to move the ball a little bit. Jake. In the shotgun, single back. Callaway to his left, sends him out in motion. Looks like they're going to run another screen. They've been doing that a few times. A double pass, and that is to number 9, Easton Casper, overthrown. Number 13, Daniel Nelson was open, but, Ty's not a quarterback. I like that play call. It was a trick play, but
I feel like
incomplete.
We should be more prepared for that, because it looked like number 9.
Easton Casper,
yeah, he was running, but he needs to look back.
Yeah.
Earlier to see where the ball's at, and he
Ball's overthrown. Punt, short punt, down to the goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and pretty long field for Bingham. That's a pretty good punt. Jason McHugh, last week I saw Carson Ecolano. He's a junior. He's on the soccer team. They brought him on because they had some problems with their kickers, but I mean, he hasn't gotten a single kick in any of the games, so I don't know what that's about. Jason McHugh is still kicking the punts, extra points, and the kickoffs, so who knows?
Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, I saw Carson warming up last week.
That's interesting. I wonder what
Peyton Jones in at quarterback. Oh, correction. Ryan Wood in at quarterback to start the second half.
Number 19 on the tackle, I believe.
Number 19, Micah Tautioli with a tackle. It's a good job, gain of 1 on the play. Second and 10 coming up. 8 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bingham up 38-0 on Pleasant Grove. Ball on the 21-yard line. Ryan Wood in, looking, and it's caught by number 5.
And it's going.
Number 5, Dax Milne is up, and after a gain of 50 yards.
Looks like there's a flag down on the play.
Flag pulled at the 31-yard line. We'll see if this big gain gets called back. Crossing our fingers, but referees talking amongst themselves.
This Bingham crowd is loud.
I think this is their homecoming game, so
I think so too.
big turnout.
Yes.
And that play will be called back. Let's see what the official call is from the ref. Illegal block in the back on the offense, so that'll move them back 10 yards, and a second and 20 coming up. It's a big break for PG.
That is very big for PG. We really need that right now.
Bingham just gained 50 yards on a just like a slant over the middle, so it's a big break for the Vikings.
Very big break.
8 minutes and 4 seconds left. Ball on the 11-yard line, second and 20. See if BG can capitalize off of that penalty. Timeout called by Bingham. And that'll stop play for a little bit.
What do you think the Coach Whitman would be saying to his players right now?
You know, I think he's probably saying something along the lines of, like, you guys caught a big break. So got to capitalize on this now. Get a turnover. Give the offense some good field position. Let's get our first points on the board.
We need to take advantage of that penalty because, like we said, that's huge for PG.
We've been lining up in man coverage all night, and I think we should go into zone because our defensive backs just aren't fast enough and are not tall enough for that matter. But
no.
To stay with the Bingham players, and I think if we could go into zone and the players didn't have to stick with one man the whole time, I think we could have a little bit better of a turnout. But the problem with that is once you go into zone, it leaves the defense more susceptible to the run, and they have a really good runner in number 35. What's his name? It's kind of a tough name. Correction, 32. Amani Ka'ali. I can't say it.
Amani
Ka'ili. Amani Ka'ili. That's what it is.
I think so.
And so if we go into zone, that leaves them more susceptible to the run. But
we need to change something at least because the defense that we already have right now, it's hurting us. It really is.
Sure, yeah. We had a hard time. Second and 20, 8 minutes exactly on the clock. Ryan Wood, under center, I formation, snap, pitch to number 1, Braden Whistler. He's fast. Has the corner, blocking the back.
He's going.
Called,
He's
and
going.
He is down the sideline, and he is not going to get caught.
40,
that is going to be
30, 20,
an 80-yard
10,
touchdown
5,
run. And
touchdown.
Bingham now leads 44-0.
That was a huge run for Bingham.
That's a big run, 80 yards. No, 90. That's a 90-yard run. Jeez.
Oh my, jeez. That's.
Bingham's good. I mean,
yes.
That's what you get with the 6th team in the country.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was looking at them at the beginning of the game, and like you see these like tiny guys, and you're like, oh, well, we got this. And Coach Bayless was saying if we stick to what we know and how we can play.
The extra point is no good. That was not sure what happened there. The ball went about 2 yards above the ground and then hit one of the offensive linemen. So 44-0, 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. And I don't want to be a pessimist, but it looks like this one's out of reach for the Vikings.
It is. It really is. But you know what? Let's just have fun with the game then. Just let's try.
We have a Hillcrest coming up next week.
Our homecoming game.
So they're not great. I'm not sure whether or not they're as good as Riverton. Riverton
Right.
had lost 22 games in a row when we lost to them. So that's a tough game to lose.
Yeah.
Had some real struggles in that game, and just with the rest of this game, maybe we can get some kinks worked out. And all I want to see is PG score. I don't want to see him get shut out. You know.
No, we don't. After all these many games, like we can't be shut out again.
Yeah.
And just not lose another game.
And you know, we could still. I mean, we started out 0-4, and
Right.
This is the first game that really matters because this is the first game of the region schedule. So
Right.
if we can get stuff figured out in practice this week, Hillcrest is not a region game, so that won't count. But if we can get a win, get that first win under our belts, and then head into the rest of the region slate and maybe get some more wins.
Yeah.
I think we can turn things around.
Oh yeah, for sure. We just need to go in into the game with confidence in our teammates and in each other. So.
Kickoff to number 27, Ty Callaway. He slipped as he caught it, so ball is fielded at 10. Ball will be placed on the 10-yard line, and PG has a long field ahead of them.
Let's hope. So in softball, how we explain it is small ball. Let's see if we can have some small ball.
Yeah.
And just move the ball slowly, but let's get going.
We've had some. Ty Callaway had some pretty good runs. Broke one off for about 8 or 9 yards earlier in the game. So if we can just keep handing the ball up to him, I think we could, you know, play some small ball like you said. Jake, I formation, under center. Handoff to Ty, fake handoff, and he throws it to number 20. Correction, 28, Kainoa Maldonado, and that is a gain of 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 7. 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the half. Bingham up 44-0 on PG, and the Vikings have just, you know, they came up against one of the best teams in the country tonight, and Bingham has rolled. They have a
momentum going.
They punched us in the mouth at the very beginning of the game. You know, the third play, they have a really long pass, and pass from Jake Jensen to number 1, Jackson Hill for a pretty good gain, and flags are pulled. Looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Not sure which side it was on. You could see Jackson and one of the Bingham players going kind of at each other for a second, so we'll see what it is. But it looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Personal foul.
It's on the defense, so that'll move PG even further.
That's huge.
Ball will be placed on the 47-yard line, and it's a big break for PG. Another one. Started out on the 10. 2 plays, one complete for 1 yard, and then another for 15, and then 15 more yards added on top of that. So
let's hope that this gives the boys a little bit more confidence to just get something going.
Jake alone in the backfield, sent Kainoa in motion. Another one of those, just one of those quick bootlegs to him. Kainoa gets a gain of 6, 7 on the play, so moving the ball pretty well right now.
I think Coach Booten changed their mindset during halftime, but they really needed it.
They have been playing. The offense has been playing much better this half than they played in the first half.
For sure.
Just from the small little bit I've seen, because Bingham's defense is good, and to be able to move the ball like this, I wish we could have been doing this the whole game. Jake alone in the backfield, shotgun, throws it. Number 1, Jackson Hill, and he has the first down a little bit more, and he is away, past the 30, down, pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line, I believe. In between the 21 and the 20, so that's another big play by PG. Gain of 20 yards and 27 yards on that play. That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
So PG will have a 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line, and you know they're in the red zone. This is their first time in the red zone the whole night. So see if they can get a touchdown here, or at least a field goal.
Yeah.
No turnovers.
Sure.
No turnovers.
No.
Jake alone in the shotgun again. Kainoa in motion. Snap. Jake rolling to his left. Gonna run, and he gains 1 yard. And you know, I don't think that was a design run for Jake. Jake's not much of a runner, but I just think he looked downfield and didn't see anything, so tried to get as much as he could.
Right, for sure.
Gave Jake about an inch on that play, so it'll remain 2nd and 10. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jackson Hill coming off the field, subbed in for number 9, Easton Casper. I formation. Kainoa and Ty in the backfield, 2 out wide. Handoff to Ty. Gain of 2. They bring up 3rd and 8. Ty's a hard runner, and this is a tough defense to be running against.
Yeah, they're a solid defense, and they go for the kill. I guess you could probably say it like that. Just go for the kill.
I was talking to Cade earlier, and I was saying Bingham's offense is really good, and their defense is about twice as good as their offense.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
This is tough.
This is very tough for us. But we're moving the ball very well this half. So we'll see what happens.
Jake alone in the shotgun again. 5 out wide, 4 out wide, 1 in the slot. Kainoa in motion. Rolling to his right. Lots of pressure coming. Lets it go. And it's caught by number 27, Ty Colway. And that is going to be a touchdown. The Vikings with their first touchdown of the night. That'll move the scoreboard to 44 from 44 to 0 now to 44 to 6. So with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third quarter, the Vikings have scored their first touchdown of the night. And, you know, we got on the board. That's big.
We're not getting shut out tonight. No, we're not.
44 to 6. And now Jason McHugh in for the extra point. Easton Casper, the placeholder. Number 63, Chris Borst, rushing onto the field. And a flag is pulled. Believe there's one too many on the field. Too many players on the field, and that'll move him back 5 yards, 10 yards.
I believe it's about 5 yards, maybe.
It's going to be 5 yards.
Yeah.
Not sure what that was.
Maybe they wanted him to come in, but they just.
Sometimes, you know, I mean, that's only 5 yards. I think Jason still has this.
Oh, just over the years, he has a great leg, and he can kick it hard.
The extra point is good. So with 3 minutes and 47 seconds, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, being a 34 to 7. And do you think PG goes for the onside kick here, or do they just kick it?
I don't know.
I mean,
it's
we're down 6 touchdowns right now.
Right.
So
I don't know. Maybe we should go for the onside kick.
I mean, onside kicks are tough because if Bingham gets it, then they have really short field.
Oh yeah, for sure. So maybe we do want to just able to kick it and try to keep them.
Maybe hope for a turnover or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Jason McHugh ready for the kickoff. Number 6, Tanner Merrill, back to return.
And number 15
number
as well.
15 as well, Zach Howes. Jason has given the ref his signal, and the ref has given Jason his signal back. So the kick is away, and it's a short kick.
Short kick.
Down to about the 15-yard line.
Many defenders on the play.
Number 6, Tanner Merrill, returns it down to the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. And Bingham has a decent length of field to go. The defense is coming back out.
Number 6.
Tanner Merrill.
Yeah, Tanner Merrill. He was up for a little while with our defenders on him like crazy. Like they couldn't get him down.
Dancing around, trying to get through to the other, just past that onslaught of Pleasant Grove defenders. Pleasant Grove bringing 5. Snap. Run up the middle. Looks like a quarterback keep by number 2? Number 3. Can't see the quarterback right now.
Number 3.
Number 3.
It looks like number 3.
Peyton Jones. Number 16 is now in. McKay Larson, third string quarterback. We are now playing against Bingham's third string.
Oh my.
After a gain of 3, it's gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Handoff to number 18, Andrew Wimmer. Gain of 7 on the play, and that'll get a minor first down.
They just have very tough runners, and we just can't get them down. Like, we need to be able to be. Are we man-to-man right now?
We're in zone right now, I believe.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we just need to try to figure out.
Run up the middle. Keeper by number 16, McKay Larson. And yeah, like you were saying, Bingham is just, they're super talented. And so it's just a tough game.
This is a tough game, but
sorry about that. We had to just had to change the camera, but we're good. Flags are pulled, and
it looks like they're signaling for false start.
False start on the offense. Let's see. It's going to be a false start. Moving back
Bingham.
5 yards, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. So just as good as if PG got a sack for 1 yard or,
yeah.
you know, something like that. Bingham's had quite a few penalties tonight. I'm surprised.
I know, I am too. You would think like a ranked number 6 like would have less penalties. But you know what? They kind of surprised us.
Handoff up the middle to number 18, Andrew Wimmer, gain of 2. Bring up 3rd and 9 on the play. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bingham leads 44-7.
Do you think the defense will get a stop right here?
I hope so. But I don't know if Bingham will go for it. At the end of the first half, you remember Bingham had that 4th and 10, and they went for it. And then there was the controversial refs talking about whether or not they thought he got the first down.
Yeah.
From up here, it looked like he was at least a yard short. But
right, for
they gave it to him, and they ended up getting a field goal off of that. So Larson in under center, I formation. Going to pass. Deep ball to number 15, and it is incomplete. Dropped it out of bounds. Number 15, Zach Howes, the receiver targeted, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Bingham's offense
is staying on the field.
Looks like Bingham's offense is going to stay on the field, and they're going to go for this. You know, I was in that first half, I was thinking maybe they were trying to run up the score, but I think they're just trying to get some, and they're calling off for the offense right now.
Okay, so now they're kicking it.
But in this situation, I mean, that's their 3rd string. He's a junior. I don't know if he gets a lot of playing time, and I think that might have been just to kind of get him
just some playing time,
just some reps, and you know, trying to get him ready
for sure.
if he ever needs to go in. But offense is still on.
Timeout.
Timeout called by Bingham. 44-7. 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. It's a tough game, but I mean, I'm liking what I see more and more from PG.
Oh yeah, for sure. The second half has been a lot better for them, offensive and defensive wise, for sure.
Defense has they've held them to 1 touchdown this quarter. In the previous 2 quarters, they had 21 points and 24 points. So I mean, 7 points compared to 48 in 1 half.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
That's very job well done to PG. They changed their mindsets for sure.
I believe it was 17 points. It wasn't 21 or 24 points. It was 17. So that's my bad, but still, 38 points in 1 half. That's really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Bingham into punt, number 9, I believe.
99.
99. Thanks for that, Colin Smith. Short punt, number 27, Ty Callaway lands on it at the 31-yard line. So PG's offense will come out. Hopefully we'll get another touchdown, and we can just try to shorten this margin of just this big margin.
Yeah, for sure.
From the first half, but you know that was a really good long drive by the Vikings when they scored that touchdown, that 20-yard pass to Ty into the end zone. So hopefully we can have a similar outcome on this drive.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Not seeing very many of Bingham's starting defenders out on the field, so looks like the second string defense. Jake alone in the backfield, snap. Pass, number 13. Daniel Nielsen. Gain of 6. Gain of 5. Second and 5 on the play, on the second and 5 coming up. Ball on the 37-yard line. 20 seconds to go. 38-yard line.
That's 32.
Jake passed to number 1, Jackson Hill, for the first down. Thanks for that catch, 32-yard line. I couldn't tell what it was.
Oh no, you're totally fine.
Sticks are on the other side of the field, and I just get a little bit confused sometimes.
No, it's all good. They're ready and set to keep the ball going.
Jake alone in the shotgun. Snaps, looking, throws to number 1, Jackson Hill, incomplete. That was close. Jackson made a good play trying to dive for that ball, but couldn't quite hold on. 2 seconds left in the half, in the third quarter, and PG will have one more play before the quarter ends. Finally got the lid out of the end zone, though. I don't know if that works. I mean, I don't know if that analogy works for football.
I don't know, but it's kind of like in basketball where
the lid off the hoop, the lid off the basket.
Yep. And it looks like they called it for the third quarter, so we are entering into the fourth quarter.
End of the third, Bingham 44, Pleasant Grove 7, and after a really rough first half, PG has kind of rallied a little bit, scored 1 touchdown, and the defense, you know, they got some lucky breaks, but they held them to a punt. That's the second time tonight that PG is helping them to punting. And just a pretty good job by PG in the second half to slow down Bingham and to only hold them to 1 touchdown in that third quarter.
Yeah, it's a big change for them. I don't know what the fourth quarter will bring us, but let's hope that maybe score a few more touchdowns so it's not.
I have a tiny, tiny optimist inside of me screaming they're going to score enough points to win the game. But, I mean,
I think we're all feeling that right now.
It have to be six touchdowns. If we scored 6 touchdowns, we would only be at 42. So we have to get 6 touchdowns and a few 2-point conversions.
Right.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but probably not very likely.
Right, for sure.
46-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jake, alone in the backfield, shotgun again. The offensive line has done a pretty good job against this defensive line in the second half. Jake, rolling out, staying in the pocket. 27, Ty Callaway with the catch, and he has the corner, and he pushes it down to the just past the 55-yard line.
Looks like they're
going to put the ball at the 56.
So
or 44.
So they're moving it so it's a first down.
That's a good pass from Jake to number 27, Ty Callaway, and a good job by Ty to hit that hole from those 2 blockers and get around the corner for a gain of about 16 yards.
Yeah, Ty is quick, and being able to do that was amazing.
Kainoa to Jake's right. Jake dropping back, scrambling, and he is taken down for a sack, loss of 2 on the play, loss of 3. Bring up 2nd and 13. 11 minutes to go, and, you know, this game's over, but hopefully PG, like I said at the beginning of the half, they can work out a few kinks and just keep doing what they've been doing and just get ready for Hillcrest next week.
Yeah. I feel like playing like this ranked team is just practice for us. Like, yeah, we're getting beat 44-7, but it's good practice. It's a good practice to know what we're coming against pretty soon in our season.
Play action. Jake throwing it deep, looking for his 13, Dan Nielsen, and it is caught. A big pass for almost 40 yards, and that'll be placed on the 11-yard line. A great pass by Jake, and an even better job by Dan Nielsen to jump up and catch that ball at its highest point in double coverage. So. Oh
yeah, he jumped really high to be able to get that ball.
First and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. Correction, ball on the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal. Vikings' second trip into the red zone. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's a good job by the offensive line of giving Jake enough time to let that ball fly.
Yeah, they needed that for sure. Flag's down.
Flag is pulled. Didn't see any of PG's offensive line move, but I might have missed someone. Could be a false start. Could also be a offsides on the defense.
Right.
We'll see what it is. False start on the defense. Offsides. Sorry.
Yeah.
Offsides on the defense. That'll be 5 yards, so it'll bring up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
This is huge for PG.
I do believe they're playing against the second-string defense because PG has kind of had their way in the trenches this half, and that was not the story in the first half. But still, it's given him some confidence for next week.
Oh yeah, for
Jake
sure.
drops back, pressure coming. He lets it fly to number 27, Ty, and it's overthrown. 2nd and 5 coming up. 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go.
Still 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Jake in the shotgun. Snap. Rolling to his left. Can't find anyone. Pass to number 27, Ty Callaway. He can't catch it. A little bit overthrown. Dove for it. Touched the ball, but he couldn't bring it in. So bring up 3rd and 5. And Vikings have 2 more shots. I think if they can't get a touchdown on 3rd down, I think they just go for it, you know.
Yeah, they're close enough where
it's not gonna. This game is out of reach. It's not gonna make a difference to the point where it's not a win or lose situation here.
No,
so
it's.
I think it's just for confidence going into next week, like I've said a few times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Under center, Jake. Kainoa behind him, single back. See if they run the play action. They do. And it's passed over the middle to number 27, Ty Callaway for the touchdown. And that is Ty's 2nd touchdown of the night, 2nd receiving touchdown, no rushing touchdowns. It'll be 13-44, and now we were waiting on the extra point to make it 14-44. And pretty good job by the Vikings here. Touchdown in that 3rd quarter, and now another touchdown in the 4th quarter. And see if the defense can come up big against some of their second-string guys. But
yeah, for sure.
New kicker in, number 48. Not listed on the roster, but I believe that is Carson Ecolano, and the extra point is good. So after the extra point, 14-44 with 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. So it's tough. It's been a tough game, but it's been fun. You know, I was coming in hoping maybe some miracle we would beat them because I knew Bingham was insane. Like,
oh yeah.
Timpview has always been really good, and East beat Timpview by 20 points. And then when Bingham played East, they beat them by 30 points. And so I was thinking, okay, Bingham's legit. And I was hopefully, like, we come out, we have, like, a fire started for beginning of the region, but couldn't quite do it. But this has been better than I was expecting it to be if it was a blowout like it's been.
Right, for sure. Coming into this game, like, Bingham is known for amazing athletics. But it's been a good run for the Vikings. But I feel like I said, it's a preparation for next week's game.
Carson Ecolano into kick. Quick shout out to our Pleasant Grove girls tennis team for beating Bingham yesterday. Swept them in varsity, and the kick is away. That's a good kick.
That's a great kick.
Down to the 5-yard line. And he is brought down by number 23 on the Vikings. Truxton McSpadden.
Flags are down on the play.
I'm not seeing a flag down. Where did you see the flag pulled? Oh, down right there. Okay, I see it.
I see flag down on the play. Sorry, that was a little confusing.
No, you're good. Referees talking. And let's see what the call is. Legal block in the back, defense. So that'll move him back 10 yards. Bring up 1st down, 1st and 10.
I feel like
ball on the 12-yard line.
Do you think the Vikings will take advantage for being this close to their end zone?
I think PG sends some pressure. You know, sends 5 or 6 guys. Hopes their defense can stick in man coverage, but you know, Bingham is out now. Third string quarterback there in I formation. Looks like they're just going to hand it off. Number 16, McKay Larson, down under center. So I think PG can send some pressure, try to get a sack or two for the stat sheet.
For sure.
Under center, snap, handoff, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he got a gain of 1. Bring up 2nd and 9. Clock running, 8 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the game. And Bingham getting set for their 2nd and 9. I formation again. McKay Larson sends his man in motion, so now it will not be I formation. Snap, play action, handoff up the middle. And good run by number, can't see his number, got swarmed there by some Vikings pretty quick, but bring up 3rd and 8. Ball on the 15-yard line.
I think they're making a pretty good stop right here.
I think this.
If
what
we,
are you saying?
if we hold them right here, then we can.
Yeah, for sure. Under center, Larson. Snap, drops back, looking to throw. Passes it to number 84. Jake Cragen, and that is going to be a first down for the Miners.
I jinxed it.
It's a good job on with that bootleg. You know, it's a play action, and he rolls out to his right, and Cragen is down there running that like a 5 and out, and just a good job. That's a good play call. Bootlegs are hard to stop. Single back. Under center, snap. Larson hands it off. Number 40. Cameron Mitchell on the run. Big fullback. 5'10", 165 pounds. Not that big, but. About my size.
Yeah, probably.
I don't consider myself a fullback, so.
Right.
Larson, under center, I formation. Snap, handoff to number 87. Number 87, Tyler Webster, with a gain of nothing.
It's.
Not sure what that was, because
I don't
sorry,
know either.
I wasn't paying attention to where the sticks were. That's my bad. McKay Larson, under center again, single back. Snap, handoff, number 40.
Tackle by
Cameron
number 16.
Mitchell again. Zane Rose on the tackle, gain of 2. Bring up 2nd and 8. 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the game. Bingham is up 44-14, and they're just running the clock out here. You know, that's it's getting some good experience for some of the younger guys that haven't got a lot of playing time, and I think that's the right thing to do in this situation. Not trying to run with a score. You know.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Leave everyone home without an incredibly sour taste in their mouth. Just a little bit of sour taste.
Yeah.
Larson under center. Tyler Webster back. Handoff up the middle to 87. Tyler Webster. Gain of 6. 3rd and 2. 4:42 to go. Let's see if he passes it here. See if the Vikings can get an interception. They have no turnovers on the night.
The quarterbacks are very strong and have strong passes, so they're able to. So we weren't able to have any of those interceptions that we would like.
Quarterback keeper up the middle, and he gets the first down and a little bit more, so it'll bring up 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line.
It was taken down by Jacob Bullock, one of the team captains.
Jake's a good guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
He was in my my English class. You were in my English class, weren't you?
Yeah,
B7? Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Jake's a really good guy. I played football with him in 8th grade, and he hits harder than anyone I know.
Oh, for sure. He's such a humble guy.
Yeah.
Very humble.
Larson, I formation, under center, snap, pitch to number 85. Parker Diedrich.
After the play, after he stepped out of bounds, Ty Smith comes up and just blows him up like, woo!
PG's players are probably pretty frustrated right now.
Oh, for sure.
It's been a really tough game for them.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't think Ty could hit that hard. Honestly, I love Ty. Don't get me wrong, but I never thought he could hit that hard. I don't think I've seen him.
2nd and 5. Larson again. Pitch number 33. Gain of 1 on the play. Raymond Lewis on the carry. Little guy, 5'5", 150 pounds. Really little guy.
Oh my gosh. Like I said at the beginning of the game, or just I was here earlier, these guys are tiny.
Yeah.
But tiny, I think, means speed.
Yeah, like number 1, Braden Whistler, he is their running back, their tailback, and he had some really big runs, and he's fast. He's the one with the 90-yard run at the beginning of the half.
Of course, it's crazy.
Larson in the shotgun, under center. Pitch number 29. Cody Boucher. And after a gain of 2, he is met by some Pleasant Grove players and taken down. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Cade just showed up. He's been gone the whole second half, but.
Thanks for being. Get out. I don't even want to see you guys. Like, Anna Lee is just sitting over there. Really so bad.
It's your first practice.
She's like, I'm going to come, get in free, and then date you guys.
Clock is running. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go.
Looks like they called a timeout, or they're just.
I think they're talking it over. They're going to call a timeout when the play clock is almost down. And right here,
Timeout right here.
timeout by Bingham. 1 minute and 39 seconds to go. I'm not sure what they're doing, but Pleasant Grove has withstood a really long drive, and now PG's their second string defense is in. So just trying to run up the game, no injuries, nothing. Hopefully some of the players with I don't know, maybe a beef or something right now
Yeah.
doesn't let it get too far, and
For sure.
I don't know. We just want to see everyone get out safely and everything. So
Yeah, we don't want any injuries after our very first game. Easton Fowler.
second game
Second game
at Fremont. Easton had a great game. He had a pick 6 in that game, and then later on the kick return, he broke his leg, and
Didn't he get double-legged?
I felt so bad. What do you mean?
Double-legged? Where you go. I don't know. Like, that's how people have been explaining it to me. I think the guy went for his legs and ended up. I don't know. It was something like that. But I saw that on Snapchat, and I saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking. And he's out like for the rest of the season for like a year, and you don't know. It's heartbreaking. Like injuries. Like I've had so many injuries. Like I'm injury prone, but they are heartbreaking because you're not able to play the sport you love.
So, it is 4th down. I did not notice that. So they're going to punt. For some reason, the play clock resumed, even after that timeout. Not a big deal. Good punt. Ty Callaway. Ball stops, rolls back to the 20-yard line. So with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go, PG looks like, I'm guessing they're just going to try to run the clock out not trying anything big. Maybe one deep pass.
Yeah, probably.
Beef up the stat sheet a little bit, but I think they're just going to hand the ball off to Ty and just let the clock run out.
Yeah.
1 minute and 23 seconds to go. 44-14. Bingham winning. It's been a fun game, surprisingly fun to call. Bingham is a fun team to watch. They are
Oh yeah, for sure.
stacked. You know, there's got to be there's got to be some 5-star kids on this team right now because their quarterback, Ryan Wood, really good. He can sling the ball. It's pretty accurate too. Jake hands it off to number 19, Peyton McGee. Correction, Micah Tautioli. And that's a first down. So good job by Micah to run up the middle, get that first down.
It looks like Bingham still has their second string defense in as well. So I don't know, maybe PG's taking a little bit of advantage with that, I guess.
Snap. Pitch to Tautioli. The outside. And he gets 8 yards.
Gets,
bring up 2nd and 2.
gets
Clock
tripped
continues
up
to run.
a little bit, but is able to get those few yards that we need.
Clock running, 35 seconds left, and let's see, shotgun. Jake rolling out to his left. And an incomplete pass, looking for number 15. Jackson Frink. So people might know about Frank Jackson, all-star basketball player from Lone Peak, now the New Orleans Pelicans. We have the opposite, Jackson Frank, a football player, so.
Hey, it works.
3rd and 2. Clock is running. You know, incomplete pass. I don't know how that works, but just trying to end the game. This will definitely be the last play of the game. Jake alone in the backfield, and he passes it to
number 15, I believe. Sorry, correction, 13.
Daniel Nelson, and that'll end the game. So final, Bingham 44, Pleasant Grove 14, and a kind of a punch in the mouth of the Vikings, but fought hard, scored a few touchdowns in the second half, and a good game by Bingham, number 6 team in the country. So Paige, anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
Let's just say that PG, the second half, they found something and were able to score 2 touchdowns, but let's hope we can find something different and beat Hillcrest next week.
Homecoming game next week, Hillcrest at PG. Let's hope for a W. So thanks for listening, guys, and see you next week.
Have a good night.